Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I am so excited to be here with you today. We've got quite a few things to talk about. It's very obvious what is going on there in the market and what some of the whales are up to, but XRP becomes the most wanted crypto by BSC whales. Interesting. How do we know this? How do we know this, right? Well, as per a recent tweet by Whale Stats on-chain data tracker, XRP BSC token has become the most popular among BSC whales, turning into the number one most purchased digital asset. In the meantime, Whale Alert has spotted nearly 313 million XRP coins shifted between exchanges and Anon wallets. XRP is among the top purchased assets. The Whale Stats team has spotted that in the past 24 hours, XRP token wrapped on BNB Chain, formerly known as Binance Smart Chain, has found itself in the top 10 listed purchased digital currencies. That's some big numbers going on. That's why I say, look at what the whales are up to, what they're doing, what's going on, what is happening. That's the key. The key is to watch the whales. Watch the whales. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but watch the whales. Like that's exactly what you need to do. Like, I'm literally going to retweet it as we speak here. Number one rule in crypto. Watch what the whales are doing. And of course, hashtag XRP. I'm serious. Like, just watch what the whales are doing, and all the answers that you want are there. That's what they're up to. So that's what I'm going to be up to. We spoke yesterday about Ripple and Stellar to help launch the AUDC stablecoin. Brilliant. Love it. Great news. If you didn't listen to that 1 minute audio that I shared yesterday, go back and check it out on yesterday's video. Really, really cool what is happening there. Now, Ripple's XRP price will see significant volatility this weekend, of course. Well, the cash rate came out 8.6, higher than last time. That's why you're seeing the prices drop. We knew this was coming. I told you it was coming. I told you that we weren't out of it just yet. Why don't you guys listen to me sometimes? Just sometimes. I know some of you do. You're amazing. Love you guys. But the point here is we're going to go down. It's just going to happen, right? We're going to go down before we go up. And so be ready for that. Get ready for that because it is going to go down. So just be mindful of all these things because it is really, really important to keep an eye out on these type of things. And like I mentioned, even the Binance USD is 99.89 cents. It's 0.24% down. Tether is still not at $1. It's not back to $1 just yet. And we've got Bitcoin trading at 29,217 at the moment. We've got Ethereum at 1,677. As I said, the possibility of a $23,000 Bitcoin could be approaching. Now, in terms of small wins, yet another one, as Ripple as the court denies the SEC's motion to seal. Excellent, once again. And like I said, for me, it's a settlement or a win. It's always been a settlement or a win. And I can't see it going any other way. Now, as far as the XRP lawsuit, Ripple scores minor victory with the SEC. That's obviously was the news that came out. It's a positive news. It's an important news. And like, let's continue, to stay eyes wide open on any other news that comes out. The XRPL's Exodus wallet gets major update inspired by Web 2 standards. So for those of you that already are using this particular wallet, more updates have come out on it. So just keep an eye out on that. And can Web 2 and Web 3 be combined? What does the future of Web 3 look like? What are jobs in the Web 3 going to look like? I'll be bringing you some of those updates as well on the channel as well about how you can get more involved in the Web 3 and potentially, upskill yourself, learn new skills and get more, right? More involved in the Web 3 space as I have right now with a new agency that I've launched in this amazing world of blockchain and Web 3. So choppy price action over the course of the weekend. And like I said, I think we're going to go down before we go up. So be on the lookout for that. Hope you guys find yourself some great entry points, which will be really, really cool. And James K. Fillen, if you don't follow him on Twitter, you should. He's amazing. I really like all the updates that he brings out about the case. So you definitely should do that. Now, a couple of days ago, I did mention to you guys about GSX FinTech and what they've been up to and some of the major updates that they've got going on at the moment. Now, the gsxfintech.com website is probably the best place for you to go to check it out as far as what has been going on and what has been happening. You know, you can then go on to the Knox Wire section as well, so you can learn a little bit more about it and how it's all working. You know, it is backed by assets. It does increase in asset volatility. It increases in you know, from a stability point of view. Now, Knox Wire is, you know, free working capital with immediate liquidity. So how does that work? So Knoxwire customers can use GSX to bridge two currencies in as little as 3 seconds, ensuring payments are quickly sent and received in local currency on either side of the transaction as well. So sender, GSX, receiver, beneficiaries. Now, banks can keep their capital working as well. So instant liquidity on Knoxwire allows institutions to keep valuable capital learning. And so my thoughts to you are, check it out, right? Go have a look. There's been quite a number of updates that have been going on. You guys had some questions for me around how this all works, but when it comes to GSX FinTech, I will put some links in the description as well, so you guys can check them out. So there's a very solid roadmap coming up as well. It has been featured on Forbes, Nasdaq, and Yahoo Finance, and it is backed by real assets, which, you know, as I mentioned in my previous mention about them, you know, there's been quite a number of updates that the company has done, and so it is important, you know, to jump on the socials, follow the socials, and just in general just stay up to date with what they're up to, because the mining and the steps that they're taking, like, you know, I mean, it's about estimated $40 billion in mining claim valuation. I mean, that is a big valuation going on, right? That is massive, like estimated $40 billion. So do take the time to check it out, because I think you guys will be impressed. For now, let's jump into Atani. Let's have a look at some of the latest charts. Okay, so when we do start to look at the charts, and we're looking at the moment in particular, you know, from a MACD point of view, from an RSI point of view, you can see that the RSI went outside of the RSI on the hourly, and it is now popped back up. Very, very common. You know, the MACD is sitting on a bearish at the moment, but let's zoom out. Not on the hour, right? I never like to use the hour. See, from an RSI point of view, we've sort of been sitting in the middle to bottom. From a MACD point of view, we have not moved back into bearish trend, although we are edging ever closer to that happening, but not just yet. So it's been rather, you know, rather flat. And you can see from a Bollinger Band point of view that the volume itself, there hasn't been that much volume that has been going on behind the scenes. So from my perspective at the moment, like I said, I believe that we are about to go down before we go up. If we look at the daily from an XRP USDT point of view, you can see that the RSI is sitting towards the bottom. The MACD is still on bullish, but not very strong. And from a Bollinger Band perspective, that there hasn't been that much volume going on. Now, we know that the cash rate has come out in a negative sense. In general, there's I guess the market sentiment at the moment is quite bearish. So from my point of view, like I said, I believe that at the moment, from the way that I'm interpreting the charts, is that we're going to go down before we go up. But let's have a look at some drawings. I spoke yesterday a little bit about this, you know, how once we break out of here, then we're going to start moving into, you know, your first targets and your second targets of 51 cents, 65 cents. Still a little bit away from that. Like I said, I think we've got more room to go down before we go up. The key here is that how much lower are we going to go before we start to actually make the move up? And so my thoughts are, if we go by this one, and this is probably the most important one for today, then I do see a high in the high 20s. Like, you know, 28 cents, 27 cents, before we start to climb up and move up and continue to move forward and push forward from there. So this is what I'm personally looking out for. I've been looking out for it for weeks. I have the patience to do so, and it is a risk. It is an absolute risk to wait for that type of entry point. Do I believe once we find that bottom that we're going to go up? Yes, of course, because of utility, because of the case settling, because of Ripple IPO, because of on-demand liquidity. There's a lot for you to research. If it's the first time that you're looking into XRP, you got hours upon hours upon hours to research. Make sure that you do. Make sure that you're only putting in what you can afford to lose. That's the most important one. Really, really important to have a risk management system in place to make sure that you get the most out of it. But patience, because the patience will be rewarded. And if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. Look forward to see you on the next one.